right, it is 4 minutes away from noon. You are listening to Mix 1041. You are watching us on mixtv.tv. We have an active standoff right now between an individual in a vehicle who is armed and Cleveland police. This is happening on 25th Street, right there, right at Church of God International Headquarters. It is near the most traveled intersection in our community, which is Keith and 25th Street. And right now, that is in progress. So if you've not heard about this, there is I'm quoting from Cleveland Police now. Cleveland Police say they have a vehicle stopped in the roadway. So this is 25th Street. If you're going westbound, with the Church of God headquarters on your left, that is that area. An individual inside the vehicle is making threats to shoot law enforcement. Officers have the area secure, and they are actively negotiating with the individual inside the vehicle. And Cleveland Police is asking the public to avoid that area right now. Again, an active standoff taking place on 25th Street, and we are covering this. We have been covering it for about the last 30 minutes here on Mix 1041 as well as mixtv.tv. We are on the air live. We are encouraging the public to please avoid, please avoid the 25th Street area, there especially around the Church of God headquarters. We have been getting, has been a lot of rumors and that sort of thing flying around, a lot of anecdotes like that, but we, of course, we always deal in fact, and we deal with what we are hearing from law enforcement, and that is an individual has got themselves in a vehicle threatening to shoot law enforcement. At this point, folks, that's all we know. We do not know what led to this. We do not know what preceded this. We simply do not know at this time. But what we do know is that it is an active situation. Cleveland Police tells us they are negotiating. They are negotiating with this individual in their vehicle. They are negotiating with the individual in their vehicle right now. This is happening right now. Down on 25th Street. This is 25th at it's not 25th and Keith, and I was wrong earlier. It's 25th before you get to Keith Street. And I appreciate a listener who, actually a friend of mine who texted me that. It is 25th Street, but it's on the Church of God headquarters side of Keith Street. So if you are traveling westbound, it's going to be right there. Please avoid that area. If you are in your vehicle right now and you are heading toward Keith and 25th, avoid that area. That is what the Cleveland Police Department is asking the public to do. And let me see here. Officers have the area secure, and they say they are actively negotiating with the individual in the vehicle. Again, if you are just joining us, and now it is noon. It is 12 p.m. Again, as we cross an hour here, you're listening to Mix 1041. You are watching us on mixtv.tv. We have an active, what we'll call standoff, taking place right now in Cleveland between Cleveland Police and the police say an individual who has barricaded themselves in their vehicle. They are armed, and they are threatening, and I'm quoting the police department, they are threatening to shoot law enforcement officers. This is playing out right now on 25th Street, right outside of the Church of God International Headquarters. And it is, by the pictures and video and that I'm seeing, and I got some really good pictures, I believe we're going to be sharing one of those pictures. Yvette Bond, our morning host on Fiesta 99.1, has sent me a great picture that is very detailed of what is happening. And so, let me say this too. Keith Street is open. Keith Street is open. Now, again, I would lean toward what the Cleveland Police Department is saying, and that is Keith Street is open, but I would just stay out of that general area if you possibly can. But 25th Street right now is completely blocked off there at Church of God headquarters. So we are bringing you what the police are telling us, and again, it is an active standoff. Simply put, an active. So if you're just joining us, let me tell you what's happening here. Cleveland police say that they have a person who is stopped in the road, 25th, right there outside of Church of God headquarters. They are threatening to shoot law enforcement officers. This has been going on for about 30 minutes. Officers have the area secure. They are actively negotiating with this individual inside their vehicle. And again, Cleveland police are asking the public to please avoid this area. This is the most well-traveled, the most traveled area of Cleveland, especially at noon on a Wednesday. Understand that, but as you go down 25th, you're going to be facing that blockade. And I've got some folks that I know who are encountering that as we speak. Keith Street is open. We had a listener tell us this earlier. Keith Street is open, and we're looking at the picture that was sent to us by our very own Yvette Bond, who actually sent some picture and video of the scene. And let me see here. Yeah, she has sent me this, so she is on the Keith Street side. I tell you what, folks, if you really want to look at this, it's right between Santec. It's between Santec and the Church of God International headquarters. So that is where this is. 25th Street, between Santec and the Church of God International headquarters. On 25th, we do not know anything but this. We are reporting what we know right now, and that is there is a standoff. There is an active negotiation as we speak. Cleveland police told us, and I'm going to check my time here because to see when they told us this. So this was about 25 minutes ago. About 25 minutes ago, Cleveland police told us that, an individual is in their vehicle, inside the vehicle, making threats to shoot law enforcement. Officers have the area secure. They're actively negotiating with the individual inside the vehicle. We need people to avoid the area. And Cleveland police says that is all that they have right now. All right. So here at 1204, 25th Street is where it's happening. 25th, between the Santec building and the Church of God headquarters. An individual in a vehicle, obviously armed, threatening to shoot law enforcement officers. So Cleveland police, now I say it is Cleveland police, and Cleveland police put out that information to us, but the Bradley County Sheriff's Department is also out there. They are involved in this based on the pictures and videos that we are receiving here. They are very involved in this also, but active negotiations here at 5 minutes after noon with an individual inside the vehicle. All right, so what we're going to do right now, again, you're with Mix 1041. We're on mixtv.tv live right now. We are going to take a quick break here, and then we're going to go into what we'd call our regular news at the noon hour. And then come back and bring you any updates that we have. I will say, and again, in a breaking news situation like this, we know a lot of things are being talked about. As you know, you think about last Thursday, that what we had at Chattanooga State, and that situation, lots and lots and lots of rumors fly around, especially as we talked about as you know, in this age of social media. But when you tune in here, as we have since 1957, and no, I'm not that old, but since 1957, we deal in fact, and we deal in what we are told. So let me. I'm just gonna pass. Hey, Yvette, will you call me? Just call in 614-6499. I tell you, our best reporter on this is Yvette Bond. Hey, Yvette, will you call me, please? Hey, Sheridan, see if Yvette will call me, please. She is. I'm sorry. Hey, Yvette, please call the station 614-6499. I'm on the air live right now. All right, I want you to hear it from her. I think it's much more effective to hear from someone who's actually out there and seeing this. She's been doing some wonderful reporting for us this morning. Yvette Bond is the host of our Fiesta 99.1, and I'm gonna take her live here when she calls in. Again, we are in an active negotiation, an active standoff right now. And we are, send her in, Sheridan. Getting a few more details here. The Cleveland Police Department and the SWAT team is involved. They are dealing with a motorist who was driving recklessly, who stopped and is refusing to vacate their vehicle. So it's a little more detail now. This, I understand, was put out by Church of God Communications has sent this out. But the individual is refusing to vacate the vehicle and threatening to shoot. I want to go to Yvette Bond. She hosts our Fiesta 99.1 morning show. Yvette, good afternoon.
Hey, Steve. Good afternoon.
You're doing
thank you.
Tell us what's happening out there.
Yeah, definitely. So I would say about 45 minutes ago, right off the bat on 25th Street between Santec and the Church of God building, there was a large presence of police, law enforcement, and they had blocked the Key Street with 25th Street to look into something, which I had no idea. I did not go into the area. I did not want to interfere with what's going on in there, but I also can tell you that Ocoee Street and 25th are blocked off to the public. Nobody can come through there.
Yeah, Yvette, I don't know if you've heard our reporting. What it is, there's an individual in a vehicle who has barricaded themselves in a vehicle. They are armed, threatening to shoot law enforcement officers, and we have a negotiation and a standoff happening right now. So that is why they blocked. But that's why they blocked that area. But what you're telling me is it goes back to Ocoee Street. Is that right?
That is correct, to avoid traffic.
Okay.
So they have all of that. But it's really, just like you said, I have been listening to your report, and it's exactly what you're saying. It's in between the Church of God building and Santec, right there. It's where the main thing is happening. I did hear from other sources, but I hate to speculate, as you said earlier, because, we just need to wait for the word from law enforcement. But, I did hear that there was an individual over there with, is armed.
Yes, and threatening to shoot law enforcement officers. Yvette Bond joins us on our phone. She hosts our very excellent Fiesta 99.1 morning show. I'm getting word, and we are receiving word. Maybe somebody can help us confirm this. And Yvette, maybe I was told earlier, and maybe it was, that Key Street was open, but now we're getting calls that Key Street is shut down. Do you know about Key Street by any chance there near 25th?
Yes, I do. I can see Key Street is still moving. traffic
Okay.
is rolling over here on Key Street. I see it where I'm sitting from over here by the bank and Papa John's and all that.
Yes.
They're still moving, but I know that 25th from the intersection, major intersection over here in Keys and 25th, and then Ocoee and 25th, that section right there, it's close to traffic.
So exactly. So basically, Key Street is still moving through 25th. Is that right?
Correct. That
Okay.
is correct.
Okay. Let me, hey, Yvette, hang on with me for a minute, if you will. I want to bring everybody up to date. Again, we are in a breaking news story right now. If you're just joining us, this is a Mix 1041, MixTV.tv special report. We have an active negotiation taking place. We have an active standoff taking place with Cleveland Police and the SWAT team. They're dealing with a motorist and who was driving recklessly, was stopped. So apparently, and we're beginning to piece together some more detail here. This person was pulled over by Cleveland Police and was asked to get out of the vehicle, and they refused, and then threatened to shoot. So that is what has led to this situation. 25th and the surrounding area near the Church of God International Headquarters, and specifically, this is near the Discipleship and Education Building of the Church of God, has been blocked off. And Cleveland Police has issued a warning to stay clear of the area. And I've got Yvette Bond, the host of Fiesta 99.1 morning broadcast. Yvette is on the phone with me. She is looking at all of this right now. And I'm just going to go ahead and tell you, folks, if you have any information, you're in that area, you want to text in, you can do that. I'm not guaranteeing it gets on the air, but we have to, of course, look at all of that. But you can text 423-614-6499. We're beginning to get several calls here. Yvette, so you're in the parking lot over there near the bank and Papa John's, you said?
Absolutely. Here I am, Steve, and I'm proud to say that our stations, the trio of radio stations by WCLE, you are doing a fantastic work, job. This is what Cleveland needs to be able to find out what's going on in our community. And so thank you for linking. Also, Fiesta 99.1, the Hispanic community is in tune and listening. So thank you so much for the great job. And as soon as I get more information, I'll be glad to pass it on. Yeah,
your Yvette, your picture and video has been excellent and really helping us determine what area of the street there, what area of town that is. And I appreciate it. Okay, Yvette, hey, if you have any more, just call us back, okay?
You're right on it, Steve. Every piece of information you're providing to our community is right on.
Well, hey, there's a first time for everything, isn't there? I'm just kidding. Thanks, Yvette.
Thank you.
We love Yvette Bond. She's wonderful. She's the host of our Fiesta 99.1. I'm getting some other eyewitness reports. Yvette is right there, as you heard. Again, though, we have an active standoff, again, between Santec and the Church of God headquarters. And we're being, I was given this information, a little more detail. I said a few minutes ago as to what led to this standoff, and that is that an individual was pulled over by Cleveland Police there on 25th. Let me see here. Make sure I say that right. They refused to get out of the vehicle. So apparently, the police officer asked the driver to get out. They wouldn't get out, and then threatened to shoot the officer. And that is when apparently, and again we're piecing some of this together, that is when other units were called in, and now the Cleveland Police Department and the SWAT team is dealing with this motorist who was driving recklessly, was stopped, refused to get out of the vehicle, and began to threaten to shoot the officers. That is where we are at 16 minutes after noon. That is 25th Street. That is going, if you're going westbound on 25th, that's where they are. They're right there between the Church of God headquarters and Santec. That's where this activity is. And again, Cleveland Police is asking the public to stay out of the area. Yvette has confirmed, we had someone else confirm that Key Street is open through 25th. So traffic is flowing on Key Street right now. So that should bring us up to date right now. So what we're going to do, we're going to go to our, if you're listening on Mix 104.1 radio, we're going to go to our regular news at this hour because we don't have any new information right now. If you're watching us on mixtv.tv, as soon as we get more information, and I'm sure we will, some new information on this, and hopefully when this is, we pray it's peacefully resolved. I'm beginning to get some more information here. I'm sorry, folks. This is live. We are live. Okay. We of course, always want to deal in fact and never speculate. So I am right now, we're beginning to hear that we potentially are beginning to open the situation back up, is what we are told. And I'm getting, thank you very much. We're beginning to get video now, video of the scene. Okay. So we are, and Sheridan, feel free to come in as you get information. The situation is, again, 25th Street, right between Church of God headquarters and Santec. All right. So that was what I was waiting on. Okay. We can now confirm 25th Street is moving. So this situation, what we can tell you officially is apparently has been resolved. 25th Street is back open. Thank you very much. Our listening audience is calling us. I appreciate that very much. The situation is now resolved. 25th Street is back open and moving. So I tell you what, we are going to take a break right here, and we'll have more for you. You're listening to Mix 104.1. You're watching us on mixtv.tv. We've been covering an active standoff down on 25th Street between Santec and the Church of God headquarters, which apparently is over as you can now move through 25th. We'll come back. Stand by for more. This is Mix 104.1 and mixtv.tv. We're back in a moment.
To Cleveland's newest smile destination.
All right, everyone. Good afternoon. We are back on Mix 1041. We're also on mixtv.tv. And it appears, and we have received some video from a listener of the end of the standoff with Cleveland police and this individual who was pulled over. And as we looked at it, we can tell that it is over, and that basically, based on the video evidence we have, which we're going to be posting here in a few minutes from a viewer, that in fact, based on the video, it looked like tear gas was used. Basically, and you can see it in the video, they had broken the glass. Looked like the SWAT team broke the glass, put the tear gas in, and then the vehicle in question was driven from the scene and taken. So the angle, which you see this video, which we will put up here in a few, like I said, in a moment, but you can see that this is 25th Street, and you can tell where the car was pulled over. Because, again, a motorist was pulled over and, in fact, would not get out of the vehicle, threatened the officer, saying they were going to shoot the officer. And at that time, that is where the standoff led. It looks like it was right at an hour, maybe a little more than an hour. This took place. Again, a standoff on 25th Street here in Cleveland has ended, and at this point, we know it's ended. We know that the vehicle in video that was sent to us was driven from the scene from 25th Street and back toward, looked like basically southbound from 25th, but at that point we do not know anything else other than the situation is over, the standoff is over. But that is what we know. Looking at details that we have right now, we know that a motorist was pulled over after driving recklessly, refused to get out of the vehicle, said they were going to shoot officers, and that is where it began. Cleveland Police, Bradley County Sheriff's Office, both involved. And based on the video we received from a viewer, tear gas was used. And let me back up here, folks. You know, I'm looking at that video and I call it tear gas. Now, what is it technically? Look, that will be for law enforcement to tell you and to tell us when they come out with their statement. But at the same time, a substance, we'll say, odds are it was tear gas. It looked like tear gas anyway, was used. And, okay, I'm pausing here. I just received this. The situation is over. The suspect is in custody. Folks, we're live here, and I know I'm pausing, but I do it out of necessity. Subject is in custody. Cleveland Police has just confirmed that. 25th Street is open. There is a police presence still in the area. This is right outside of the Church of God headquarters. 25th is open. I said suspect. That is my mistake. The subject is in custody. Let me be very clear. The subject is in custody. And 25th is open, but there is still a police presence in the area. Okay? The situation is over. The standoff is over. The person who was threatening law enforcement. Sheridan, will you confirm that caller? And if they're with law enforcement, please send them in. We're live here, folks. We're live and raw, and All right. Hey, if somebody in the back can let me know if that is a person with law enforcement, please. Okay. At any rate, the situation is over. The subject is, thank you, has been taken into custody. And again, the video that we were sent by a viewer shows very clearly that some type of smoke, or, I mean, it looks like tear gas, was used on the vehicle. The vehicle was then driven away, and it's over. But I am being told, and I thought we had a call in there from law enforcement. I'm being told that the subject is in custody now. So 25th Street is open. Police presence remain in the area. And so we will stay on top of this story. There's obviously, there are a lot of questions still, even though, yes, it's over, subject in custody. I'm being told to expect a call at any time here. So I'm going to hold the air for a moment because we can get this on the record here. Let me say this. I really appreciate you folks who have called and texted us. We've received a number of people. Boy, I tell you, I appreciate it. You folks are our eyes and ears out there, and a lot of you we've known for a long time, and a lot of you, and by the way, I say this, we don't just put anything on the air that we hear, and we've heard a lot, and in a breaking news situation, in the age of social media, you read a lot, you see a lot, but we only, and you can be sure of this, and this goes back to 1957 and the heritage that Tom Rowland and Paul Kirksey and on, people that have formed this station, that we have the same the same policy here. If it's not fact, we don't put it on the air. And so anyway, I am holding the air because I'm told we're going to get a call here that maybe could answer some of the questions. I'll just review a little bit. The motorist was pulled over, would not get out of their vehicle, began to tell law enforcement they were going to shoot law enforcement. So that is where the standoff started with Cleveland City, or Cleveland Police, Bradley County Sheriff's Department. Got on the scene right outside of Church of God headquarters. And I'll get a little specific with you. The area specifically was right outside of the discipleship and education buildings of the Church of God International offices. And so they blocked off 25th. They blocked off back to Ocoee, going westbound, but the subject is in custody. Now, that is obviously one thing that we can ascertain just from that statement that we got from law enforcement, from Cleveland Police, is the subject is alive. That's one thing. That definitely was a question in a situation like this. The subject is in custody. So that's a big sentence right there. It's a big statement. 25th back open, a police presence still in the area. And what we may do, we may take you to a break here, come back. We are expecting a member of law enforcement at any minute to call in here and give us some more information, and that's why I'm holding the air right now. But I will tell you that the situation is over. But lots of questions right now. It lasted for over an hour, just over an hour from when it started. Okay, so we will take a break right here. When we get this call that we're waiting on, we'll just come back on the air. So you are listening to Mix 1041, mixtv.tv. Thankfully, it looks as if the situation ended, the standoff ended peacefully. So that's wonderful. But like I said, there are quite a few questions right now, and we'll get into all of that as time goes on. It is 12:36. Going to send you back to programming for now. Don't forget, with Mix 1041 and MixTV.tv, when news breaks out, we break in. This has been a special report. Good day, everybody.